Quick shout out to my Patreons who keep this channel going. You can join my Patreon down in the description below. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're interacting to the third episode of The Duke of Death and His Maid. This one's titled The Duke and the Meteor Shower During the Full Moon. Okay, it's going to be a meteor shower during a full moon, I'm guessing. Probably a romantic opportunity for our Duke and Alice. That's what I'm assuming might happen out of it, as well as more character introductions probably. We've still got a couple of characters left to introduce in this show. We've got the weird bird thing, and then another redhead girl. Not the sister this time, but a different one. So we'll get to them eventually as well. But we introduced Rob last time, which was a nice introduction. I quite like his character. And all in all, this show is continuing to do exactly what it was kind of setting out to do so far. We are living around the curse, as it were, and trying to find ways to just have a normal-ish life despite that. And we see Alice making every attempt to have fun and tease Bocchan quite a lot, which is as expected. But yeah, we had the bit with the sister, and the sister apparently has a crush on him, on Rob, the old butler. Sure thing, we'll go for it, I guess. If you're into that, you're into that. And then we deal with a cat that almost attacks Duke, and could have potentially ended up with a dead cat. But I don't think this show is willing to let his power ever kill anything that's not a plant. I think I'm fairly certain the only thing it will let him kill in the course of this show are plants, potentially like a fly or something, or another insect that brushes up against him. Those are the only two things I think they'll actually allow. I don't think they'd ever allow a person to come into contact with him, or even an animal. I think animal is even less likely than human, to be honest, just because I feel like there's much more of an attachment to the death of an animal than there is to the death of a human, depending on how much you like the human, right? Pets, pretty much everyone's sad at the death of a pet, regardless if it's your pet or not. Whereas a person can be hit or miss depending on how they've been depicted in the media, right? So, I feel like if they're going to kill someone, it would be a human rather than an animal. That's my reasoning anyway. Maybe it's just because British, we're very much pet lovers, and therefore we have a much stronger affinity to pets than maybe other countries, maybe even to Japan. I don't know. I don't know how. Well, pets are obviously big everywhere in the world, but I don't know if it's to the same extent that it is to the British population, because it's a big deal over here, especially when you have a pet dog or a pet cat, like the two main ones. But even if it's like your fish, your what else? Horses. A lot of horses kept around where I live. Yeah, there's a strong affinity for pets and animals like that, as opposed to maybe humans. But I don't think the show will be that ballsy to do that, unless it's maybe a very, very, very terrible character that we kind of want dead, which is, again, unlikely. But anyway, we also had Alice basically having a confession scene, and it's very clear, the Duke and Alice really do like each other, but they can't do anything because of the curse. The question is really, for me, is how much of the curse would necessarily be discovered, or not discovered, but learnt about and worked around in the course of the anime, because it's still an ongoing manga, has been going for nearly 4 years now, and so I very much doubt they've already solved the nature of the curse in the manga, because it feels like once the curse is dealt with, it just becomes a very generic rom-com manga. And so I'm wondering if they would try and delay it as much as possible, just so that we actually get a lot of content around it. But again, we'll wait and see what will happen with this anime adaptation. But yeah, we're already a quarter of the way through it once we've watched this episode, so the season's going to go pretty fast. I mean, it's crazy to think we're approaching towards the last week of July already. That's nuts to me. It really is. Anyway, gonna load the episode up here. As per usual, these are time-based format access here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in pitch, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gives you access to all picture and picture access I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sympho Gear, and Lock Horizon. Those shows will be delayed again this week, just because I'm trying to catch up on my current lineup after the COVID vaccine and heat wave has been tormenting my reaction schedule significantly. Thankfully, I think the heat wave is coming to a close now. I think tonight is the last night I have to truly suffer. I think tomorrow night it's going to be a little cooler, and then over the weekends it's going to be much cooler. And we're going to have thunderstorms and all that good stuff, which is potentially a problem for power cuts, but otherwise is a blessing for A, having rain, because we haven't had rain in a little while, and B, just having cooler temperatures for once. It's going to be so nice. Anyway, here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then I'll play you say episode, I say episode, and we should be in sync. We watch this one on Funimation, since they're the ones who licensed this series. We have the longest intro in anime with Universal and Funimation logos, so it's about 31 seconds give or take. I'll call them all out as they go past, but you can also see a screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Universal. And Funimation, at long last. Here we go. I mean, yeah, that is hell. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She does. Maybe time. Yeah, that redhead and then this bird thing. Then looks like there might be one character after that as well. Alright. Duke in the meteor shower during the full moon. Oh, yes. God, stick me in front of a pool or snooker table. I will stay there for hours. Absolute hours. Dude's doing well. Love how he's got all the things. Wait, now it's cleared? What? That was weird. That was weird. There was still a stripe left and he potted the 8 ball, so That was weird, and then everything disappeared. Yes, she does. Bullshit. That's a lie. Ooh. Yeah. Wow. Terrible. Idiot. Don't know why you'd line up like that, but whatever. I mean, you have to do it, right? Okay. That's still quite the request for him, though, to go amongst other people like that. Hmm. Okay. Sufficiently thick clothing might be able to do it. Right. Oh, what a costume to have. Right. It's a good look. Oh, we have regular. Okay. Hmm. Encased in steel, huh? Okay. Maybe a little bit. It's one of the cardinal sins of 3D is to mix 2D characters at the same time. Hmm. The hell's this? Hmm. Hmm. That's ominous as shit. Hmm. Who? They showed one person, and you've got this whole ensemble of. I felt like that could have been handled better, but whatever. Hmm. She's here. Yep. This looks weird. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. How do you know you're lined up to have that perfect shot and consistently have that? I wonder how. Eh, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Little curse. Debatable. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Witches have a bad rep. Hmm. I mean, yeah, because yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Hmm. 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 Of course. I know what she wants, but oh wow, she's in a room. It's not a bad rule. Angry ass owl. Hmm. Okay. Uh. um. uh. She wishes she could. Yep. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. A lake? Ah, running out on the lake. Ah, okay. This is where the meteor shower comes in. Hmm. It's adorable. Hmm. Oh. Oh. Yep. He wanted to help. He so instinctively reached, but then had to stop. Hmm. Um, I guess, but so rough. Meteor shower kicks in. Surely. Okay. uh, mm-hmm. Hmm. That was an abrupt ending. Yeah, we'll have a post credits next episode title at least. Decent episode. A couple of things that I didn't, or I thought could have been done better, but that was a good episode. Alright. Warming up at the fire, of course. Yes, let's. Oh, absolutely. Hmm. The Duke, Alice, and Memories of Snow. Okay. Alright. Decent episode. Decent episode. Yeah, I do wonder. At this point, I'm starting to wonder, okay, when will the curse aspect start to come in. I'm going to assume that, well, mysterious character we just introduced there that recognized Alice because of her mother, that I feel like that's going to start playing into things soon, so we'll have to start contending with that and what that meant ultimately for it. But yeah, we still got 2 more characters to meet after this as well, so still got to bear that in mind. Yeah, one thing. Okay, so the one thing I want to point out. Well, first of all, mixing 3D and 2D people in crowds, not really a good idea. It doesn't really work too well. I think that's still a cardinal sin when it comes to 3D animation. Like, if you're going to have a mix of 3D and 2D, having 3D and 2D characters, even if it's meant to be, like, background 3D characters is fine, because normally they're smaller and they're, like, in the background, not really paying attention to them. But when it's the other way around, it becomes a bit more obvious. Personal preference thing there, I think, more than anything. But, yeah. And then when it came to the music portion, I feel they missed a trick, because when he started playing the piano, it sounded like I might need to go back and rewatch it just because it was my perception, but it felt like he didn't just start playing the piano and then like other instrumentalists started coming in on it. It felt like he started playing and the other instrumentalists were already kind of there on it. And I feel like they missed a trick there. Like, if this was a music-based show, this is something that they would pay extra attention to, in that he would start, the audience would turn and gather, some of the other musicians would notice, and then you'd start layering on extra aspects. So the piano starts, and then the violin joins in, and then something else joins in, etc., a flute, whatever. It's like, and now you've got a full layered performance. And you'd actually pay attention and recognize the other instruments that come in. We only saw one other instrumentalist come in, and we didn't even see him play, we just saw them pick up their thing and turn. So, I feel like they missed a trick there. I think they could have made that a bit more of an impactful scene if they had done that, but this is a rom-com anime. I don't expect it to really care too much about a scene like that, so it is what it is, but I feel like it could have benefited from doing that, just as an idea. But it is what it is. And yeah, all in all, a decent episode. Very, very decent episode. I think my love for this show will probably end up going down over time. It's hard to tell, because I want to give this show a high rating, and it deserves a fairly good rating right now, because of the way it's making these characters quite likable, and I'm really rooting for these two to get together. But in typical Japanese romance fashion, and just based on the plot of the show, I feel like that's never going to happen, because for it to happen, you have to get rid of the base premise of your show that makes you unique. And therefore, it won't happen, especially not in the 12-episode run that we've got here of the anime, because we know the manga is still ongoing. So, you know, there is that. I think this show might drop down to about an 8, 8.5 at most when we get to the end of the season rankings, but we'll wait and see on that one. Anyway, yes, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the summer 2021 light you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.